have to have something kind of different that people go, I don't know if I'm going to like that. All right, so we're going to start with an onion. And we're just going to, I am using the Vidalia onions. I think I need my knife sharpened. And we're just going to slice this up. Cut that much off. Okay, keep that aside. I think we will, let me stop this for 1 second, put our other pot on. To this. So this is our chicken and pasta. We're going to go ahead and put a tablespoon of olive oil and our garlic. We're going to watch it close because we don't want our minced garlic to burn, but we want to get it kind of started. Let's see what I got here. So we'll kind of wait for that to start sizzling while we finish cutting all the. So see, we're still doing quick. And a lot of times if you have time in the afternoon, or remember we've always talked about doing 2 recipes in one day. So you could certainly do the sausage and polenta and the chicken and the mango, save one for the next night or next week by sticking it in the freezer. Okay. Okay, it sounds like our sausage is sizzling nicely. Our garlic isn't quite ready yet. All right, so we have all these vegetables ready to go. Now we're going to, remember how we cut a mango? It's sort of one of those fun things. If you don't, I'll show you tonight. Okay. I always put this with the stem side up. The seed on a mango is about that big and it's flat, or basically flat. So you want to take it from maybe 1/4 of an inch and just run your knife down, cut that off, and then turn it around, do the same thing. You kind of have to guess where the seed is. All right, then kind of cut this around so you're not wasting any. And just, you can kind of feel it, so you're just going to follow that around. I never peel it ahead of time because then it's too slippery, and you don't need to. Okay, then this is the part you can eat. Well, this is the seed, so you'd have to suck on that. All right, we're going to go ahead and put our onion and green pepper in there. We don't want our garlic to brown. All right, we'll get that started. And I think there's nothing smells as wonderful as cooking onions and garlic and green pepper. And you want to cut it through, not through the skin, but just through all the meat. And you're just going to make long cuts. Can everybody see? If I move it here, just make long cuts, long way, and then you're going to do crossways. Again, not cutting through the skin as best you can. So you've got it all diced, and you're just going to flip it out, and there we've got a nice diced mango that we're just going to cut off. Yep. And you've got diced mango. Okay, this is another thing. You know, how many times have we talked? Here's a recipe that you can use with the cooked chicken. If you don't have cooked chicken and you want to use raw chicken, that's fine. you're going to have to handle the recipe just a little bit different. And what I would do is, if you were just using boneless chicken breast that was not cooked, is to cut it up. I would put it in the oil with you might want to add just a little bit more oil. Put it in with the garlic, kind of brown it up a little bit. Take it out, just the chicken. And then put the onions and the green peppers in. Let that cook and then put the chicken back in. And finish the heating process. Because you just want to brown it a little bit, and then when you put it back in, to finish off the cooking. But here again, you have the rotisserie chicken one night. You've got enough left over to make this. So we got our chicken, our mango ready to go in, and our ginger. And we've used the ginger before. It's ginger root. Let me slice a little bit off here. You find that also in the produce department. Just looks like that in big, weird things. It's not very expensive. It's $2.99 a pound, which sounds like a lot, except that this, I had a little bit more on here because I did use it in our sample, and it was 1/4 pound. So it's really not that expensive. It's a little bit more fragrant, or a lot more fragrant than using the powdered ginger. So if you don't want to get this, don't bother using the ginger in this recipe. Don't use the powdered stuff because it just isn't going to taste quite the same. Now you can slice this off in a slice and try to chop it really, really fine. Or we can get a grater. Okay, let me stir this up. This is looking good. Our vegetables are getting soft. We can just grate a little bit with the grater. And we'll just go ahead and do that. And we need a teaspoon. And this is one of those things where we'll just go by the close enough method. And I think that's about it. Because we're going to go ahead and put the rest of our stuff in here. Get that kind of going. Our chicken, our ginger, and our mango are all going to go in here. All right. Anything else that needs to go in here? No. Okay. I'll go ahead and cook that up. We'll go ahead and melt that together and make that sort of our heavy cream equivalent. All right, there's our 3/4 cup of milk. We'll go ahead and put this in with that. And I did use margarine, not spread. Try that. Okay. All right. This isn't quite melted, but we're going to go ahead and add that in there anyway. Okay. Our margarine will melt. And our sauce. We're going to go ahead and put the pasta in. Let that all come together. And I don't like to cook the pasta too. You don't want it, you want it al dente, not mushy, since you are cooking it again. And you could be cooking the pasta at the same time that you're putting all this together, because then the pasta will be hot. I'm going to turn this up again a little bit because the pasta isn't hot. We'll let that thicken up. We'll let that thicken up a little bit. Thank you. I appreciate that. Keeping me on track since I need all the help I can get. All right. I will put a little salt and pepper in this. This is a mixture of salt and pepper that I made. We'll just kind of shake some of that on there. And put that over for our sampling.